A lot of light, eh? Aloha. Had a lot of light in here. Ooh, that's a pretty good day. Borrowed the Dab Lounge's guitar so I could practice because I haven't fixed mine yet. I will in the next couple of days. My friend's still here, waiting to get picked up for him to go home because he's disabled and he can't walk. He lives at the skate park and I'm probably about a half mile, 3/4 of a mile away from there. So while he does that, I made pretty good progress in the trailer today. I wanted to do a tour of like when it's done, like completely remade. But I've been basically emptied the whole thing out so that I put everything back and I worked a little bit on makerspace with Mike today. That was cool. I'm gonna go outside and get some water. No water on the table, but there is cigarettes and beer. Okay. Tara's taking a nap on the sofa. It's a little dark out here. I'm gonna try to light things better. Ah. I got some really cool pieces for the new gates. It's gonna be so awesome. I'm excited about building this enclosed porch and doubling my square feet that I can live in the summer because you have to be in the shade a lot. So it's nice to go outside too. I sleep on top of the RV a lot. I play my guitar there. Yeah, if you want, but people don't put comically large lighter in their pocket and walk away with it. I had this for a while, longer than any other slab lighter. Yeah, it's weird. Like I just have a lot of friends that are present. I'm used to hanging out in small groups or one-on-one with people, like having a bestie or having a small tribe, but I'm not used to having just like a whole community. Like I could walk 3 miles and see friends all along the way. Okay. Hi, Jill. Some LEDs here, so the uh, working on my lighting. Made a lot of progress today. I got a lot done. I got a lot of exercise. Exercise and THC have always been the best antidepressants. Like I've been on so many anti-anxiety medications and so many sleep disorder medications, and I don't take narcotics even from prescription, so it's hard. I don't take Xanax or anything like that. I don't take Ambien for sleep disorder. I just take like over the counter or sometimes prescription, but not like narcotic ones. I just believe in dreams a lot. I have had a lot of dreams, prophetic dreams over my life, and I had a dream that I watched Jimi Hendrix die, and then like the ghost of Christmas past told me not to take downers and narcotics, barbiturates, and stuff like that. So I never have. I mean, even in the hospital or whatever, like when I'm in there for wounds, then that's different if they shoot me up with morphine, which doesn't work on me anyway. I kind of have a morphine tolerance of an addict because, yeah, even though I've never used, it happens. So, like when I've had really bad injuries in the hospital, they'll give me a morphine drip and it doesn't affect me. Like, I'm like, you want to do some calculus? Like, shit hurts. And you're like, we gave you the most legally. And the other doctor's like, I believe him because he should be knocked out. And he's like, talking about smart things. Drugs tend to affect me differently. I'm, what do they call that? Neuroatypical. So, when I was a child in New York City, I didn't have to go to school every Friday for most of my childhood. Like, I'm gonna say from like second grade to the ninth grade, I didn't have to go to school on Fridays. I had to study, go to the University of Optometry, College of Optometry, and 23rd Park Avenue on in New York City. One of the, I'm not sure who the lead doctor was. It might have been Dr. Brown, but I got treated by Dr. Brown a lot. It should be like in his 60s, maybe 70s. I want to find my own case study. I'm like patient A somewhere. So I had lots of brain tests done, like every Friday, like eye tests, like IQ tests. Like my brain is very abnormal, and when that happens, this is why autistic people are smart. And I have a lot of autism in my family actually as well. Um, your brain reconnects, and then you look at things differently. So maybe you see the world through a creative side of your brain because the perceiving side is messed up, and the only way you can see it is through that lens. And now you like remember detail and find art. I taught myself social skills as a secondary skill. I could easily be autistic as well. I could easily stay silent and just cut out all the bullshit. Like I see why the brain works like that. I think autism is actually an evolutionary advantage, and that's why there's autism, especially in a world where you are overstimulated constantly by light, sound, media, messages, words, semantics, and it's most of it is pure bullshit too. I was an introvert for many, many years, and then I realized like I don't know, y'all don't got it figured out at all. So I might as well say what the hell I'm gonna say anyway, because I listened for 30 some odd years, and yeah, my brother has like mild autism, and my cousin who died a couple months ago had a severe hospitalized autism, and really came into her own, and we really connected in her 20s a lot when we were both adults, rather than just like Christmas kids and stuff. And taught her to drive for the first time, and she kind of like wasn't used to being believed in, but I knew she could do it because my brother Jonathan can do anything, just to remind him to do basic things like tie his shoes. But I taught him to code in 2 days, and he just learned it as if he was one of my students in third year computer science. My children are also that way, all three of them. My mom was that way. My dad is that way. I don't know what that way means. I guess that way means a naturally creative thinker. There's a lot of those out here too. Oh, Capone, you can't sleep in my bed anymore. Come on. You can't do this, Capone. It's over, Capone. No, no, you can't sleep in my bed anymore. No. Oh, hopping on your back legs, bunny hopping is not fair. Tara's in the bed. It's Tara. Tara's in the sleep. I have two little panels on the side of my bed that I use for quarantining puppies before they get their vaccinations, or if they have parvo, or if they whatever. They just need intensive care. They could be right next to my bed, so I make a little kind of comfortable thing down on the sides. I put the gate in the front, put a little water and food and a pillow, and they like it. Some of them never want to leave. But Tara gets to sleep in the bed because she's special. I mean, I don't honestly, now that I like sleep in my bed alone, like any dog can sleep in my bed. I don't care if Ritter sleeps here, Gray Bear sleeps here. It's good. I have my intimacy and holdings with people who I already love, right? Because dogs are people too. Tara sleeps in my bed all the time. Mm-hmm. Her mom got hit by a car. Her mom's alive though, thanks to the dog angels of Slab City. And one puppy went to Flamingo. It was the boy, black and white. The Snoopy dog. It's her brother. And then there's another dog that looks so much like her that I saw it walking around the slabs, and I was like, oh my God. Tara followed me like on a 6-mile hike, and she's, how the hell did she get here? And how did I not see her? How is this possible? Because it looks identical, and they just have different collars. And I told the lady, and she's like, oh my God, we have to like get them together. That was the third one in the slabs. So this slab dog They came in here Babylonians, but they're slab dogs now because slab dogs you'll see like the sibling dogs and the generational dogs. Grandpa dog is still here. Aunt dog is still here. I love the dogs of the world, but I love the dogs of Slab City particularly because all of us who live here and visit here made the fucking conscious bad decision to move here, but none of them chose to be here. Right? Tyra didn't choose to be here. Her mama got hit by a car. I know. I know. Yeah, my heart springs back. I break all the time. I'm human. I'm just, I like to live life unhard. I like to be raw. And you don't need drugs if you're mentally ill. Yes, it gets crazy here sometimes. Dangerous even. I feel like this is one of the places that I could do the most good. Hey, Tara, what if I didn't come here? What would happen to you? You'd have a whole other life. Mm-hmm. They put you on the side of the road with your brother and your sister and your mom. And then your mom got hit by a car and broke her back and her hind legs, and we all thought she was going to die. But some brave soul, not me, I have the kennel, I got to stay here. Drove to Mexico and got that dog surgery and paid for it out of their own pocket, as they have done countless times that I've seen, let alone they've been here way longer. So when people like that say jump, I jump as high as I can first, and then I say, was that high enough? You know, because that allows me to do this. And I call them for advice, and we pass dogs to each other, and you know, some it's hard to have enemies here when you guys like rely on each other as a community. So we have our rivalries, and there are some enemy kind of things, but you know, there's only so many times you put out somebody's fire, give them water, or we're all involved in something and we're on the same side all of a sudden, and you know, it's crazy though because it is like a lot of mentally ill people, a lot of addicts, a lot of hippies, a lot of sane people too. This is like, and I don't consider myself one of them. There are like actual sane people out here who love it out here and live out here. Like this lady Jane that I know, she's like a beautiful light in the slabs. She's an older lady and like never is not smiling and like you know she lives in this hard place like I do too, and she serves and you know she's like a counselor and an elder, and I got lots of good advice from her, and um, she's the one who introduced me to the old man to take almost a year's worth of Tai Chi, you know, inside Slab City. That was amazing. I like that a lot. They do it again, and I'm like in the middle now. I'm not good enough to like teach a class, but you know, hope somebody does it again. Just different things like that as we can. Yoga, it's surreal. It's Peter Pan land. I did all the right things in my life, and I missed all of this, and I'm doing it now. That's why I do it. Like it's not a midlife crisis. If you think that, like you're underestimating my ability to crisis. It's an entire life crisis. But I love my life. I've done things that very few people even know, let alone believe. Like the shit that people don't believe me about ain't even like unbelievable stuff. I can't talk about the unbelievable stuff, you know. Any of you watch Corn's live stream from Corn Bag Party? That was bittersweet, man. That was a tough one, honestly. Because I always had that one person I could call when it's too much for me to handle, you know. But they did that so long by work twice as hard for twice as long and do half as good. I'll be very proud. And like people like Pastor Dave, that inspires me. People like them Dog Angels, that inspires me. Like it would be poor to save another dog. It's like Schindler's List. And it makes me feel good because I'm used to being a radical do-gooder. Now I have other radical do-gooders here, and sometimes like the worst possible environment. You know, that's where angels show up, right? At the car crash, when you pray for them. So that's what I do. I came to the car, there's a train wreck, and this is it. This is the end of the tracks right here. Al Capone, come on, you gotta go with your daddy. He wants to jump up here with me, but I can't let him on my bed because he's still on his 2-week rope where he learns his new house. Dog out. Oh, that breaks my heart. Dog out. Dog out. Dog out. Dog out. I can't do this anymore. Capone, I can't. You're with someone else now. No. You can't come into my bed anymore. No. No. I love you forever, but no. You see you with the skate park. We'll always have skate park, Capone. Oh, don't do your little dance. Get out of here. Yo, your daddy's out there. He's right there next to work. Oh, my best friends. Told my mom and my whole community, and I'll say it on video just in case there's any like question. If I die while I live in Slab City, I would like to be cremated and put in either one or both of the dog cemeteries, preferably both, but either one, whatever. And yeah, I don't even necessarily need a marker. You know? I want to go to Valhalla with as many dogs as I can take. That way I don't have to fight because I'm a peaceful man. And the dogs keep me safe and I keep them safe. Oh, Capone, stop. He ran through my other door because he knows his way around this house because he used to sleep here. He snuck in. Really? Ooh, I gotta drink something. I'm thirsty. We're low on water right now. I'm waiting for a ride to go get a couple gallons to let my water tank completely empty, which it pretty much is right now, so that I can put it up on a higher stand and it's about shoulder and that's taller than my waist level sink, and I'll have running water, fancy Babylonian style. And then I'm gonna do a Babylonian style bathroom. I want like I've seen like Mojo's bathroom and Nova's bathrooms. They're like, I think like Stephanie or like Penny or somebody up there has like a Barbie pink bathroom in the slab. So I know at least 3 beautiful Better Slabs and Gardens bathrooms exist. I want to like make another one. And I want like a Starbucks bathroom in a slab with like a little sink, soap dispenser. It's a rough place out here, and having basic amenities like my bedroom, I always make my bedroom fancy. In every camp I ever been, even when I slept in the tree, I made it fancy because you could face any rough day, but at the end of the night, you have to come back to a calming, healing place that you feel safe and private. You close your door. Might run out of Jenny soon, but I have that generator. I powered up to 125 amp hour each battery, so I should be able to have plenty of power tonight, and hopefully have a little gas because we all chip in. We're gonna do that for summer too. So the infrastructure setup is really good, actually, the best I've had in 4 years. But I have to do a lot of work to just be done. I mean, camps are never done, but just done to me means like every feature is usable. We have a usable bathroom, usable kitchen, usable, office area, usable bedroom, usable outdoor space, that kind of stuff. It'll be a lot of work in it. But if I have internet over the summer, then I will show a lot of that work and just put the camera out on the sand while I work, stuff like that. Like Dave goes, actually, like I like to do that stuff. I do a lot. I carry railroad ties a lot, like freaking Iron Man style. I don't know. I would say it's more balance than strength. Like the bouncers at the skate park could beat me in arm wrestling, but like we, they teach me that, and then I teach them how to push with 5 pounds on top of the four. Let them apply the 500, and then you hear them push with 4 pounds, and like I can't win if you're this way, and they can't win if you're that way. So it's good. Like we all help train each other. A lot of people are good for that around here. Yeah, I mean, like if you're willing to learn, see, when somebody knows more than me, I am a follower. I want to learn how they what do what they do, right? Somebody doesn't know what they're doing, then I'm a leader, I'm a mentor, right? But that's not all in the same person or person. Like some person may be really good at gymnastics, and I want to learn how you do that tumble because I like to tumble too. I want to get the full somersault in there. How you do that? You know, they'll be like, tuck your legs in. But that person may be terrible at relationships, and I want relationship with them. You know, they should listen to me about relationships, or Slip, or somebody else who can exit relationships gracefully. Ooh. Pulls off of that Mike's joint there. But yeah, man, skate park kids are cool. Like Mike's one of them. Yeah, like Dave. Like I love how big the camp is. I love how finished it is. It's a shit show, just like here, just like everywhere. But it's a vortex that stays in the same part of the river. I have to open this door. Otherwise, I'm kidnapping you. That's the law. Sorry, buddy. I told Capone I have to leave the door open, otherwise I'm kidnapping. He's in there on the ottoman. The ottoman is actually a dog bed. All the dogs sleep on the ottoman, right? It's a doggy bed. It's a little blanket, a little pillow. Your daddy's back for you. You ready? I got the camera on in here. I know you don't care, but I just remind you anyway. Yeah, Mike's cool. He don't mind being interviewed and stuff. Capone. I was tired after all that work, but then like we sat and hung out and listened to music for an hour and smoked the J, and now I feel like nice relaxed second wind. Maybe I'll do like some interior design work or a lot more cleaning. I made so much progress in here today though. Yeah, like meticulously going through stuff to make sure that my ex gets everything and extra, so that there's no question about it. And also like neat stuff. I'm not a jerk. I offered them to split the camp and live here. You know, that's not my fault. Woo. So now I get to redesign my trailer again for like the fourth time. I got all these tarps. Yes. These are my outdoor tarps. I tend to only buy clearance stuff. Like I will look at tarps every time and not buy them, and I will let it rain on my head until they're like 70% off. So I got a whole bunch. I got 5 8x10s. It's 80 square feet each. That's 400 square feet right there. That's gonna cover the other half of my 800 square foot outdoor space because I have a 400 square foot living room here with plush carpeting and cute table and pumpkin sofas and a fan for the sun, and Christmas lights. I just want to make a comfortable home because you're kind of trapped in the summer oftentimes, and in the slabs in general. And I like to stay home a lot. I like that I can go out anytime I want to hang out at the room and play, and you know, go out for 2 hours and I spend a lot of time at home. People here spend a lot of time building their house. They want to enjoy it. Babylonians rent the house that they never spend time in. You can rent a bed anywhere else and save that money and do better things with it that will fill the hole in your heart. Man, Scott's fucking sign game like is on point. This guy, he's an older guy next door. He's probably about in his 60s. Um, and I've always had like 6 to 10 people here, right? Young people mostly, like, and he has built a more finished camp than I have. Not by a lot, well, by a little bit, but like details, you know. By himself though, like we all did it together. Well, mostly Sonia and I did the outside, but and he came a few months after I did because they needed a better neighborhood because they were he didn't take advantage of where they were living, and boom, that's a whole nother. They have 2 giant trailers and a business, and he's the best, like one of the best mechanics I've seen, like fixing quads, fixing motorcycles, cars. He's great. I'm glad they like safe here and they're not taking advantage of him. We share food and tobacco and stuff. You know, we all have hard times. I had a hard week. They have hard weeks. But their family, because they're there. You know, and they're there when you don't have one. So usually around here we all smoke together. None of us smoke together. We all eat together. None of us eat together. We don't need hungry people. There's 0 homeless people. So actually, if I walk out up and down Beale Road right now, there'd be nobody sleeping on the side of that road in a sleeping bag or a cardboard box or a small tent because one way or another they're not going to be allowed to. You know, like we're going to be like, why is that? You know, you need a bed or like, what are you doing out here? Some people are going to stop and ask you, what the hell is that? Is that yeah, that's a dab lounge. Wow, he got like a blinking light show on top of his RV. Ooh, that is amazing. He also put the blinking sign out on the main road, which is also amazing. Like, I can't. I want to catch up to him because our stuff is. I mean, it's definitely a pile, but like I don't know, it's slabby. I'm not even describe it right because like things are unfinished, things are like half up, you know, like a pole's leaning and stuff, but it adds to the decor somehow, you know, where it's like, oh, that living room is really nice. Like, I think it looks really nice. And I look around and I'm like, wait a minute, living in a pile. It's like, most people see this as a pile of garbage, but it's not a pile of garbage. Like, it's not filth. We use these pieces. And I got some really good pieces scrounging around from different camps. You stay the summer, that's the good thing. People leave and they have fire sales or people just donate to camps who are doing good. And, you know, so I got a lot of donations also. You know, there's a little piece of plywood here or there, or some paint buckets and stuff that really liven the place up. Yeah, so I gotta have my freak out sometimes, some meltdowns. I'm allowed. Am I a weirdo for doing it on camera? Yeah, sure. That's why I didn't do it a lot on camera before. I know I'm a weirdo. If you know me in real life, like you would see this whole time. I'm also that other guy in those other videos. I'm the person speaking on stage. I'm the person who's a community organizer. You know, the quick thinking person who's always prepared. It's funny. Some of the terrifyingest people out here like have a healthy fear of me as I have of them. You know, I'm like, what's that about? Like, what vibe do I give off? I feel like I give off a hippie vibe and a dad vibe. You know, maybe a teacher vibe. I'm all of those things, but I don't know. I think they see me winning confrontations oftentimes, and normally I'll diffuse those confrontations because I don't want to win anything. But when push comes to shove, like I'm undefeatable. I'm just super, super nice about it because that's the only way to do it right. Otherwise, you're a monster. I don't want to be a monster. That's why I don't shave my head because when I shave my head, I have lots of scars. And I look like a freaking got out of prison, you know? And I don't want to be seen that way. Because I'm not that way. I've been to jail. I've been to prison. I've been locked up for stupid stuff. And, got up felonies. At least none that they convicted me of. And I generally will always obey the law unless it's a safety issue or morality issue. Slavery and Holocaust was legal too. Yeah, I would have broke the law a lot. All those people in the Underground Railroad, they broke the law every day. The punishment was their life. Black people and the white people. You can't run a freaking escape house and get away with it down there. They'll burn the house. There was no law. People think there's no law here, but there is law. For, it's just places are allowed to police itself more than most places are. Because it would be harder to stop us than to work with us. And we feel the same way. So it's an uneasy checks and balances. No police brutality here. You know why? Because we won't allow it. We won't allow it. And we have too many ways to stop it. I'm not talking about violent confrontation. We all have YouTube channels. You think if the police were violent here, I wouldn't be filming them? I wish YouTube existed when I lived in the projects. And unfortunately now, even when you get it on tape, yeah, the power of the camera. The pen is mightier than the sword. The keyboard is more powerful yet. I got my handcuff key and some skate park fucks. So I'm gonna wear those around my neck. Gotta make a nice string for them. I showed the skate park fucks last time. They're cool. I like having them. They generally don't go to just anybody. You have to be part of the skate park gang or do good deeds or Otherwise, you could just use supporters. You're gonna be a Babylonian, But it's cool. So I appreciate getting them every time. I got 3 last week, and that's the most I ever got at one shot. So that's good. That tells me I'm doing a good job. Otherwise, they wouldn't give it to me. Sometimes, yeah, I like that. Skate park is dangerous. I can't wait to get my tattoo before these kids hold me down and do it for me. I have to go voluntarily tell them where to put it. There's all lines. They have to hold me down. They can put it wherever they want. I don't want a skate park tattoo on my neck or anything. Oh my God, let me read this stuff now. Okay, let me answer the questions from the good people. Wow. Yeah, the gypsy camp was cool. Reasons the gypsy. I'm glad you remember that. That was probably one of my favorites. I've done a lot of cool little camps in Slab City. Once I had the tiniest slab. The tiniest slab is up in between those 2 tanks, and it's only like the size of a king size bed. It's a little tiny slab up there. It's also the highest elevation slab in Slab City, and it's way out there. So when I was like going through a little bit of a dark time between camps, like I took that slab up there and I put a canopy bed and I put a really, really thick like fabrics around it, and just it was the best. Like I like to glamp. In my house is glamped. Like I glamp when I go camping, huh? You don't do 1,000 miles being uncomfortable, There we go. So yeehaw. Okay, 59% battery. Dogs are barking. Somebody's walking by. Let's see. I can speak dog. I know the difference between a stranger bark, danger bark, friend bark, bike bark, dog bark to dog. Like, it's language. Thank you, Bab Lounge, for lending me a guitar so I don't get rusty. a part of your cruel society. Fuck your money, fuck your bands, fuck your homophobic friends, fuck your labels, fuck your brands, fuck your football team. While the stars that shine above, there's ground beneath my feet. I would choose who I would love, and not let you decide for me. Fuck your Bible, fuck your laws, fuck your stupid gender norms, fuck your borders, fuck your fees, fuck your hypocrisy. All the children of the earth, every nationality, every one of us deserves to live our life with dignity. Fuck your cops and fuck the man, fuck your Wall Street billionaires, fuck your judges, fuck your feds, fuck your bigotry. I didn't sign no constitution, so I'ma do what's right for me. Why should I fight for a country that doesn't fight for me? Fuck your prisons, fuck your greed, fuck your wars overseas, fuck your violence, fuck your silence, fuck your misogyny. We can't choose who we were born, but we can choose who we wanna be. And I refuse to be a part of your cruel society. This will be my fourth summer of Slabs. Yep. First year, Goonies B-side. Second year, B-side skate park. Third year, skate park. Fourth year here, I spent last summer in this camp. Right. So B-side skate park, I spent last summer in this camp. This is the second summer of this camp. So that's 4 summers. I purposely mathematically did it that way. I should have been Slab City right before summer because I really wanted my capital S like 2 summers or 3 seasons, and I was going to do the 2 summers to become a slabber, you know. And if you do that right before summer, you could the shortest time you could become a slabber is 14 months if you come in June 21st. I came like a couple months before that because I wanted to prep, but that was the idea, is to establish early, you know, and I was wise to do so. I will light the match this morning, so I won't be alone. Watch as she lies silent, for soon light will be gone. I will stand arms outstretched, pretend I'm free to roam. I will make my way through one more day. Yeah. How much difference does it make? How much difference does it make? I will hold the candle till it burns up my arm. Oh, I'll keep taking punches until there will grow was tired. I will stare the sun down until my eyes go blind. Yeah, I won't change direction. I won't change my mind. How much difference does it make? How much difference does it make? How much difference? Yay, my sadness. About some sade. I gave you all the love I got. Gave you more than I could give. Gave you love. I gave you all that I had inside, and you took my love. You took my love. Did I tell you what I believe? Somebody say that a love like ours won't last. Did I give you all that I got to give you? I do not, because my phone is smashy smash. Right. Yeah. Tyler was around. Tyler, come get you. Sorry for a ride. What other songs should I sing? The hardest part is remembering which songs I know. Like I have a list of songs on my computer that I'm like songs I know and songs I'm learning, and I don't know. I just want to like print that on a piece of paper, tape it to the back of my guitar or something. Because once I remember the title of the song, then I'm like, oh yeah, I know that one. All right, I'm doing that song. Thanks, phone. The audience. Jenny might go. Worst case scenario is 10:15. I'll walk up there in like half an hour and just bring a car back for you. It's not too bad. I walked the skate park from here in about 3/4 of a mile, maybe a half mile. It's not too bad at all. I just know that you were in hospital recently, but you seem walking fine to me. I totally don't mind. I totally don't mind walking up there and bringing a car back for you. I was gonna go up anyway, get slippies. Ooh, let's do that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go walk to the ski perk and go get the kid to do the thing. hmm Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys when I get back. And stream. Ta-da.